and a very warm welcome and a very good morning to all those from India tuning in to this broadcast. I'm Krishna Kumar. To call this Indian budget crucial would be cruel. That word doesn't scratch the surface of how important this particular exercise is. The clock is ticking for the Indian economy. It's one of those go big or go home kind of a time. So expectations are for the Indian government to spend more, boost jobs and infrastructure in the process, and of course, as with every single time, tax the people less so that people have more money to spend in their hands and boost demand in the process. India's finance minister will be presenting India's annual budget for the financial year 2020-2021. Wow, that was a mouthful. Basically for the year running from this April to next year's March. It's the second time in only 7 months that Nirmala Sitharaman is beset with this onerous task, and a lot has changed in the last 7 months, hasn't it, Kartikeya?
Absolutely, Krishna. Absolutely. Nirmala Sitharaman is she's occupying the hot seat. Certainly this time, you can even say that she's fighting to retain her job. If the rumors are to be believed, the ruling government's political image and situation is not in the best of shape. Questions over the economy have been raised time and again over the last 7 months that you've been talking about. All eyes are on the Modi government now. It needs to deliver on economics. In fact, doing that alone can make many of its other problems go away. But does it have a clear vision for India's prosperity, especially when there are so many global uncertainties?
That's the big question. But before we get to questioning and answering, here's a quick check of all our headlines. Showtime for Finance Minister of India, Nirmala Sitharaman, as she faces an uphill battle to revive a stumbling economy and weak GDP growth and rapidly falling consumer confidence. Volatile stock markets seen ahead of the budget day. Markets will remain open for a special trading session this Saturday. How to revive growth? That's the leading question and perhaps just the tip of the iceberg ahead of Budget 2020. The economic survey for financial year 2019-20 and the projections for the year 2020-21 shows growth at 6 to 6.5%, but here's the kicker. Growth projection for the year gone by has been revised downwards to 5%, a sharp decline from the estimated 7% growth made in last year's economic survey. Despite higher FDI inflow, Make in India has still fallen short of its ambitious targets. Will the government throw its weight behind it? Assemble in India now and take a leaf out of the Chinese playbook. With unemployment at historic highs, India's demographic dividend has never been more vulnerable. Can the Finance Minister of India help the country escape the cycle of jobless growth? Rising trade tensions at a time when India's exports have fallen for 5 consecutive months could act as a negative shock to India's GDP and tax collections.